Hi, welcome to the Magic Attic, or should I say basement. I took a cue from Ken Klosterman when I named the Magic Attic. It is in my basement. People thought they were going down a mine in an elevator, but of course, those in the know. Anyway, these are some things that are on my workbench. Some may need repair. That's part of a cagey canister, the appearing cage from a square circle. Those are tiny Grant $1 million rabbit vanishes. They're take-apart boxes, which were later copied by Worth, and then even later than that, Milson Worth. I have a Chalet Dove production, and we lost George Kimmery last year. This is an Owen Dove coat. I have a bunch of Jack Hughes items here, or two Dove Through Glass, a red and a blue version. Of course, they also came in black, and later in the 70s, he put out some more ornate ones. That's an International Magic Company wooden Run Rabbit Run. And this box on a stand is a dog production, or a poodle production, from Jack Hughes. I spoke a little while about, just a bit ago, about the cagey canister that cage was from, and those are two Rydell production boxes, which I love. Going a little further along, that's a Jack Hughes production box. Paul Lembo just did some restoration on one of the panels, and it has a metal stand that's matching colors. It's late 30s, one of the earlier ones, which were copied by or licensed to Abbott's as the Cabinet of Foo. I believe that I'm getting that right. That's an Abbott's deluxe duck production pan from Fire. I also have the Dove one that has the handle. Those are great, beautiful finishes on them. The piece on the left there is a double tray Dove production, custom made for a couple in England, in Wales actually, and the one to the right is an elevator effect, which is also by Hughes. This is a dagger Dove Vanish, which I love. The maker's unknown, but it really is spectacular, similar to the Stedman dagger chests. We have two Temples of Kwang Hee here. They are very early versions from Thayer, probably late 30s, and that's an unknown maker. It might be, it's British for sure, and it's a silk frame. What else is here? We know James Dean, but sadly he's not with us. Going around here, I have an Abbott's flaming head vanish, and above it an Abbott's very large Stedman type dagger chest for producing or vanishing an animal. That's a Jack Hughes suitcase table, and I've done video on that previously, or have pictures up on the site. Don't know who made this radio vanish. I've also featured this on the site, and it looks like Hughes, but I think it might be I'm not sure who made that. That's the head for Nosferatu, which is the large version, is made by Michael Baker. That's a Fakini final production golf ball. Milson Worth block penetration, and I forget who made the die box there. Behind it, though, is an Abbott's Russell Rabbit Vanisher production, and there we have a silk cabbie that is marked on the bottom by Arturo. Although that looks like a Rydell silk production frame, in fact, it's a copy of one, and he did put out instructions for how to make those. Cuban release by Abbott's. Next to that, a Daytona Magic arithmetic logs, which sadly they're not making anymore. This is my favorite magic table of all, the UF Grant Menji table from the late 1940s. And in their catalogs in the 70s, Tannins and others were still picturing it when in fact they didn't have it anymore. Do love the Grant tables and later Mac tables. This is an Abbott Super Britannia. Great piece. A whole bunch of things back here. Another Michael Baker piece, two of them. That's a production sleeve on the left, Dove Production, and that is their version of the Silcola. Behind that, that's a modern P&L ball frame. And of course, one of my first tricks there, the vampire block off stick. We've got a candle clock, a bunch of other things back here. Coming around, one of my favorite of all tricks, the Temple of Karnak. This is a Paul Lembo made Okido finger chopper, which is really spectacular. Grant made hands off, and the spelling is interesting. It's kind of like time flies, where he misspells flies, but super rare piece, and I want to thank Bill Schmilk for that. This piece is a magician's dream production, and just a really tough piece, but great to find, but a great piece in use. We've seen, here's a slightly different designed Rydell production box, Bob Klein production box, Jack Hughes hand in hand guillotine. This is the smaller Jack Hughes production box. I showed you the larger one before, so this was simply called the production box, and the other one was called the Spacious Production box. You might notice here that I have the wooden stand, so this is a little earlier for Jack Hughes. Of course, we have Architect's Nightmare by Thayer, a one year only production, and Bill Schmilk's tribute to that. We have a couple of flip over boxes here, Thayer, a Rabbit production box. I should say that the bottom piece is a flip over box. These are Rabbit vanishes, later copied by Abbott's and others. It's a tribute to the work of, I said on the left is a Warren Hamilton piece, but Paul Lembo on the right made this as a tribute to Bob Klein's Scarab. It's a block penetration. Of course, the very first water vanish, and then subsequent ones. And that's it for the Magic Attic. I hope you enjoyed this video.